All right, here we are with game number 2 of Team Liquid Tundra Esports. I'm with Seananigans, and we have again his signature hero. So go ahead, say hello to everybody.
Hey, what's up? Really excited after game one. Saw some awesome Earthshaker play. First Earthshaker I've seen. Um, and the Grimstroke mid, which is new to me, coming back to Dota after a few years. And again, that first ban, Lone Druid respect.
Instant, like they didn't even think
Sad to
about it.
see it. They didn't even think about it. Sad to see it, man. My
Ah, I want it so bad. I want it so bad.
Yeah, I'd like to see someone play Lone Druid almost as good as me. That would have been fun.
And they keep their bans the same, but immediately Beastmaster taken out by Team Liquid. He and the
Yeah.
Hawk were doing work.
Yeah, for sure. The extra vision from the Hawk. And even in the lane phase, that boar, I mean, Beastmaster died a couple of times, but the boar was able to keep him in there, and they were able to secure good kills with the gank. So, see,
Nink's
in
taken out.
Nyx, just meta ban.
Yeah. Do we see the Coddle? I think Coddle just gets snapped up here.
You know what I like here from Tundra is they're not playing to the meta. They've obviously targeted their bans to this team, and if they think that if they don't have these two heroes, that they're not going to find an answer. So, uh, and then
Snap up
Coddle
Coddle.
again,
Into Earth Spirit. So they want the
then
Earth
Earth
Spirit
Spirit,
because
the
it's going to get
response from
banned out.
Liquid.
It's going to get banned out, and they want it.
Mm-hmm.
And they play it
What
5,
did they pick up
4,
first pick in
4.
the last one?
Tusk.
Tusk. Yeah,
They had a weak
and
opener.
I think the Earth Spirit is just a better Tusk right now. So
Yeah. And we really didn't love the Liquid draft last game. We just fell in love with
Void
this
Spirit.
Morphling pick as the Morphling comes or as the Void Spirit comes out, which was actually their first ban from last
Hmm.
game. So it makes it through. That's most likely going to be a 9 Void Spirit.
Yeah, banning that Beastmaster opened it up for the Void Spirit.
So they basically said, "Yeah, we want the we can
So I'm
play around
wondering if
Void."
Tundra really likes the Void Spirit, and if that was a ban that Liquid had prepared.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a good meta pick, but Tundra definitely plays it more than most. And wonder what they're going to be taking here. And they decide to go
Bat Rider
with the Batrider.
makes it through makes it through into the first round of picks here. I think that I've only seen Batrider lose, but he's obviously one of the top 5 most contested heroes in the patch right now.
It's a good opener for Team Liquid. It's a little bit. I think it's a lot better than Tusk
Tu
Rubik.
Tundra follows up with the Ricky ban again. Same bans this game, targeting the same heroes against Liquid. I think they really got their number for this. And a Storm Spirit ban out of Liquid. Didn't really see that coming.
Yeah, usually you like the Storm Spirit pick against the Void Spirit,
Hmm.
and presumably that Void Spirit's already mid, so not really quite sure why they're banning out more mids.
Yeah, I don't know Void Spirit well enough. I'm assuming, I mean, if you can play a hero mid, you can typically play him in another lane. Um,
Yeah, he's an off
I don't know.
laner,
Yeah.
and I guess
So
yeah, their 33 does play it off lane, so it's still flex
So Monkey King is the like first deviation we've seen from Tundra, right?
from their bans. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bristle also banned out in the last game. Thinking hard about this second round ban here.
Yeah, it's their last ban of the phase.
Mm, I mean, this was the one they didn't prepare for. So I'm wondering what they saw on Liquid's side that they weren't expecting. Maybe the Bat Rider. So now they're trying to figure out what to do with their second round of bans.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen an Oracle ban yet. Presumably that's what's going to be coming next for Team Liquid. This last ban here,
Hmm.
which would tell me that they could possibly ban a Darkseer here, because Darkseer pairs well with the Bat, and if Oracle's already out of the game, then you definitely like Darkseer, and I know they play it, and it goes good with Earth Spirit as well. They take out the Bloodseeker instead. And they ban out Ursa and they leave Oracle in the pool. Oh, they pick it themselves.
Definitely afraid of Ursa after the last game. There was no thought put into that, like no extra time needed for that one.
Yeah.
Bloodseeker sort of surprises me a little bit, and I guess maybe it's another targeted ban on Liquid. Um, Bloodseeker I haven't seen perform really well in this patch, but been pretty popular.
Exactly, especially in the European scene. Not so much
Hmm.
over in China or SEA or NA, but Europe seems to like him a lot.
Really deliberating this pick here too. Maybe hoping they could have gotten the Oracle and bringing back the Earthshaker.
Bringing back the
Did so
Shaker.
much for them in the last game.
Not even mad.
I mean, in my opinion, the Earthshaker is really what won them that game. If you had to pick an MVP, those fissures were unreal
Yeah, but it
and
was
created so many engagements
a
that
lot to do with the Beastmaster vision.
yeah, the Beastmaster vision was fantastic, but there were so many like small engagements that Earthshaker was just able to turn them from like 4v4s to 2v4s or 2-on-2s to 2v1s. Like it was awesome.
So we have left as offlaners and carries, presumably.
So Earthshaker going to be a lot weaker in this game because Batrider and Earth Spirit both have ways to get over the fissure if he's trying to split the team out. So maybe a questionable pick this time.
Leshrac.
And let Shrek.
Love,
Okay.
love this hero. Playing it in pubs feels super good. The uh Ags, the new Ags on him, as well as the Ag Shard. Um, it's really great. I mean, just the tempo. The I can take your towers, and this game's gonna be over. And this is gonna be a safe lane Leshrac. I'm
Is that where he's being played right now?
I'm fairly confident. I mean, if you already have Bat
Mhm.
Rider in the game, I think it's just like an anti-carry. So like any carry that they are gonna pick in this matchup, I'm not gonna like it because of this Leshrac. Yeah,
The Kang.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I have recently played Leshrac into Wraith King, and again, this is just 2K, but yeah, I like this.
Guess they just wanted something super beefy, right? The Leshrac can't just burst.
Definitely.
10 seconds
Hmm.
remaining.
Nice dedicated stun.
5
And just a lot of
seconds
follow
remaining.
up with the Earth Spirit. It follows up. The Bat Rider lassos him all the way back. Just as that lasso
Round
wears off,
1 battle.
boom, you're done. Tidehunter is a great ban because that would have disrupted everything.
Hmm.
You see a lot of Tidehunter bans, not a lot of Tidehunter being played because it's usually
Yeah.
banned.
Ten seconds remaining.
what rounds these teams out? So
um,
what
Off lanes,
Liquid is lacking is a good right clicker, right?
yes.
Yeah, that's why we see the PL ban here.
So they're actually thinking, okay,
So you've got PA still in the pool.
10 seconds remaining.
Because
5
they're
seconds
definitely
remaining.
have got the tempo lineup, right? Liquid does, and they need a carry to roll with that. I don't think they go for something later like a Terrorblade.
and could you imagine if Team Liquid had Lone Druid right now on this draft?
Imagine any team with Lone Druid, dude. You know what? They banned the PL last game too. It's just something they don't ever want to play against.
Radiant team pick.
We were
Okay,
surprised that they banned the PL with the Earthshaker, but
that's nice.
all right. What rounds out Tundra?
Some offlaner that can keep the space going, that can roll with this Earthshaker Void Spirit Coddle unit. That's just going to be like a 4-man hit squad while Wraith King farms.
10 seconds
What is
Mars,
that?
remaining.
maybe?
Mars. Wow. That could go either way.
5
Mars
seconds
could
Yeah,
be good.
Mars
remaining.
looks good at both teams here. Gonna use up the last bit of their time.
So it could be Mars. It could be
Team Liquid's turn to
Abad-
Abaddon.
Abadaddy. Okay, this is a
Wow.
Leshrac offlane.
Okay.
And this is going to be PA. Or Terrorblade.
pick. You may now select your
You were
hero.
saying it's not going to be... Okay, so this Leshrac's going offlane. And Terrorblade... Wow. I'm not quite sure about this Abaddon.
Dude, the Abaddon. I didn't see that one coming. There was no way
Nobody
I
did.
was guessing that.
Nobody did.
That's a cool looking skin on Terrorblade.
The Arcana.
I like the pink.
That's a gem that you can put. You can get that any color. You can customize your
Hmm.
color.
Can I get purple
Yeah,
Terrorblade?
yeah, you could get a purple Terrorblade.
What's the old phrase? Shut up and take my money.
Wow. Okay,
I
so
haven't spent money on this game in a long time.
this is actually an offlane Bat Rider.
5
It's
seconds
funny,
remaining.
like in WoW or whatever. It's like, no problem. I can resist buying that mount. A new Dota skin comes out. It's like,
Yeah, the international comes around and you're like the battle pass. Take all my money.
like what you mean? Axe is just gonna punch people? Yes, I'll pay for 350 levels of my battle
Exactly.
pass.
Exactly.
Man, I'm excited to see this Abaddon. Who do you got here, Ryan?
I have no idea. It's hard to go against Tundra last game. Tundra's got the Earthshaker. They don't have Beastmaster this game. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to go with Team Liquid. I like Leshrac. I'm a big Leshrac player.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna join you on Team Liquid here. The Earthshaker just not gonna be as big with Bat Rider and Earth Spirit being able to get into the fights. Um, and they've got a lot of strong heroes that are going to create space, I think, for their Terrorblade. And if Leshrac doesn't have a terrible start, I think that he can control the game till Terrorblade comes online.
Well, that's the draft wrapped up, and we're gonna head into the game here. This is this is going to be quite the series that I was hyped up to, and I mean, game 3 is not out of the question. Um, but the series could very well end right here.
Yeah, that would be pretty wild.
It'd be a big upset.
You wouldn't have guessed Tundra would just 2-0 Liquid, but
Be a big upset.
little clash here middle. Just some poking, trying to prevent the wards from going down. Liquid having to put down the ward that they didn't want behind on their side of the middle river.
It really makes you wonder, though, how do they kill this Abaddon?
You know, that might have been another reason they banned the PL.
The PL, yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because you never see that one coming, right?
This series has been very off meta. I mean, at the same time, it's still been very meta, but Taiga boots first on Earth Spirit. Do we like that?
I think it just helps him like get out, get control, harass a little bit better as a melee, and he's got to be pretty deep into harass, and so if he gets caught, the boots are going to help him out a lot there. So
It's kind of almost counterintuitive, though, because your roll speed is your roll speed no matter what. What a player. What a player.
Cheeky little play there.
What a player. Imagine if he just gets bashed on by this Roshan on the roll through. How feels
Can you
bad
be
is
stunned
that?
out of your roll? I don't don't have a lot of time on Earth Spirit. So.
Can you? Or did he get bashed? I don't actually know.
No, he didn't get bashed, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how that interaction works. So what do you think is going to be our volatile lane here? Looks like we got a little bit of a tri lane going on top.
Into the Terrorblade, who's...
Oh, a lot of damage already coming out.
Oh my goodness.
Man. Do they have a salve? They
That's
do have
right.
a salve.
Terrorblade's just going to go to jungle at level 2 anyways, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but it's nice to see an aggressive tri lane. We haven't gotten one of those quite yet.
It doesn't clip him. Can they get this pull off here? They do get 2 creeps, which is good. So those 2 creeps are going to be gone.
Sorry, I'm back.
Earth Spirit pulled this wave way back here.
Looks like they just wanted to force a bunch of regen out. And now Coddle's gone down to help his Wraith King.
Yeah. And Insania actually playing the 5 now. And we saw Taiga playing 5 last game, right?
You know, I don't actually remember.
But I guess they're pretty flexible here with their roles and their picks. It's kind of nice.
You do see sometimes where they sort of share the burden of the wards and the smokes and everything. So like the 4 and 5 sometimes is quite blended.
What about, I've had this conversation before. What do you feel is one of the best animations, attack animations in the game that you like last hitting with early? Terrorblade's one of mine.
Terrorblade's really good. Anti-Mage, obviously really good. But do you really want to know who my favorite animation is?
We already know it, don't we?
No, the Lone Druid. I think the best animation goes to Anti-Mage.
Yeah. How are we looking in the mid here? Pretty even. Leshrek's up 3 CS. I love this character. I like playing him in the off lane. But, I mean, he really can go mid. He can go safe lane if you're trying to end early. Deceptively tanky.
Probably one of the most fun things about Leshrac is that, like, baiting with the stun. And you can force spells out of people. You can force BKBs. You can do a lot just by, like, faking the stun.
Or, yeah, causing them to move in certain directions. Maybe not go into a choke point because of that. Sometimes the threat of it is bigger than it.
Got rotations here for that rune again. And Void Spear getting caught out.
It's usually where
Can
we
they
see our
clean
first
him up?
blood. And they do.
There it is.
And they give it to Taiga. I guess they thought Quakefoot probably wasn't going to get it on his Leshrac.
Yeah, Quakefoot got blocked out by the Earthshaker there. But still able to secure the rune. DD, nice easy last hits for him. Gonna get a good lead here on the Void. Void's gonna have to play from behind on the Leshrac.
And what do we think about
Who's
this?
gonna be like the
3-2 build from Leshrac?
Yeah, I think it's interesting there to see the split Earth over the Lightning Storm, which you're going to get more harass out of. I guess he's expecting to combo up pretty early, maybe with the bat, or
The
off
Earth
of the
Spirit rotation.
Earth Spirit stun. Yeah.
I could see that. How's this Terrorblade recovering? Recovering well. 25 CS on this top lane. That is actually quite impressive.
You know, Abaddon has a pretty good animation too. Not quite as good as Terrorblade, but you know, I'm a little surprised that Abaddon's not being a little more aggressive.
As we miss a kill down bottom on Skeeter.
Might get one back here. No.
Wow.
Man. I think you chase there, wait for Illuminate to come back up, and you might get 1 or 2 kills there. Great block from Earthshaker, saving Abaddon. So you're sort of banking on this ES Abaddon lane being really strong, but this Oracle is doing a great job of forcing him out.
Yeah, Oracle is a very underrated 5. The save and even the damage that he can do. If you catch him with a Purifying Flames and you dispel that with Fortune's End and then come back with another Purifying Flames, you're talking, you know, 300 damage in the matter of a second. 2 seconds, 2-3 seconds. It's actually quite big.
Yeah, if you asked me, like 1v1 Terrorblade Abaddon, I would have given it to Abaddon, but Terrorblade is just taking this lane.
And Earthshaker's gonna say, hey, he's gonna get his farm. I need to start making space on the other side of the map.
Man, Leshrac just having a fantastic time.
They're gonna get
Take
Boxy.
a look at the CS for Leshrac.
Down bottom, maybe. They get the Wraith King. This Wraith King is not having a good time. And Boxy's gonna get out. This is disastrous for Tundra. The Oracle rotation, they're looking to go more. That Fissure's gonna come out. Wraith King might be
Their
respawned
Spirit
by the
just
time this is
trading
all said and
himself.
done.
Void comes in trying to get something. Gets 1, maybe 2 here. 2, maybe 3.
Cleans up 3. That, I wonder what we're gonna see on the fight recap. That is not
Sort
really
of saved
what you want.
sort of saved it there, that little TP. If he doesn't TP there, that's so good for Tundra. But
And it's gonna come
sorry,
out
so good
pretty
for
much
Liquid.
even for both teams.
yeah.
And it looks like we could possibly well have a C2A4Z sighting coming in for the celebrity shot. Cody,
What's up?
how's it going? Just watching game 2 of Tundra Team Liquid.
hop into the game.
Oh, 9 wants more with this haste room, but he's going to get it dispelled.
Radiant are scanning.
As we just
And I
see,
thought I heard there was going to be a lone druid sighting in here, but
man, we were hoping for it. There's always game 3. No, there's not. That's probably going to get respect banned first.
I like this Leshrac pick. Haven't seen him much in this tournament so far.
Terrorblade's going to go down. This 9 Void Spirit, I mean, very worthy of the ban it got in first game, but slipped through in the second game, and
Top tower is under attack.
it's really participating in a lot of kills if we look at the scoreboard.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All 5 of Tundra kills, he's participated in them.
Middle lane, they're trying to get that Leshrac down, but so
You
much
love-
damage coming out of him.
You love to see the Fada TP in to immediately start running away because the Koikva's just doing so much damage to him.
Void Spirit's still looking, still on the hunt.
They're committing so much to catching this Leshrac, but
They're not gonna.
wow.
A little too speedy.
Yeah, he's done a lot of work in this middle lane and just pulled away on CS.
But as we hit the 10-minute mark and switch over to the net worth graph, does that really translate to a net worth lead? It actually does, by quite a bit, by 800. Even with the kill involvement, and it's looking like Void Spirit could be out of position here. Catches a split earth.
Still trying to catch the Leshrac.
Oh, and he's out.
So,
Oh, he's not.
Is he?
Earth Spirit keeps going.
Oracle with the grab
Oracle gonna
here.
hold. Does Earth
Can
Spirit
they-
have enough damage?
Can they close him out? One more roll incoming.
There it
Yep,
is.
Good enough.
That hero is so slippery.
And Leshrac in the backside able to clean up the Earthshaker as well.
I wonder what the Abaddon itemization is going to be this game. Earn in the phase?
Looks like he's got the casual chainmail getting back to the wand first. Imagine you'll see phase. Could see. Yeah, there's the phase. Probably gonna see some form of like solar crest or something of that ilk if I had to guess. Oracle about to pop.
Tundra just looks like they're
Tund-
starting to run him down.
Yeah, with the Terrorblade pick, they've got to start making moves early, right? You don't want to give that Terrorblade any time. They're recognizing that and starting to make moves. I did not think that engagement was going to go as well as it did for them, but 2 for none. That was great for Tundra.
Yeah, Oracle getting caught out with the Earthshaker stun positioning just really turned that fight around. If he gets to walk to the other side of there and scoot out, he probably easily keeps the Earth Spirit alive.
They got their eyes on bottom tower on Dire. Leshrac obviously makes light work of towers, even with... Oh, he went back and maxed Diabolic Edict. So after we criticized the skill build, just went straight into Diabolic Edict.
Yeah, he got what he needed to win the lane, I think, and then now he's just here to do damage to towers and team fights.
And he has the Fairy's Trinket, which is a really nice neutral item on him. Probably the best that you can get.
End up looking to go Boots of Travel, Yule's build. Pretty common.
Yeah, just control the map, give space to Terrorblade.
Looks like we could have this Leshrac caught out, quite possibly. Any kind of gap
He's
close. Doesn't
too
look
fast.
like it.
Too fast.
It's looking like a Hood is going to come out on 33. Terrorblade just already has Yasha, which is going to accelerate his farm a lot. Smoke up on Dire, coming down bottom around the Ancients. Looking to go towards the outpost. might catch this Earthshaker farming the Blink Dagger.
Oh, why did they stop? I guess they don't have vision.
Well, they actually just go and get vision
They
down.
find him. That ward giving me a graphical bug here. Bat being annoying around the Roche pit. Is Void gonna jump? Just a lot of posturing here. Nobody wants to start the engagement.
Doesn't look like they're going to take anything. The Void Spirit's TPing out, which... You'd think Void Spirit would want to look for something.
Yeah, what happened to the aggression we saw, 2 to 3 minutes ago?
That was working out for them. Oh, they bring the Void Spirit back in. Look at that. And then they get back aggressive. This Coddle is making it work.
Let the Firefly run out. Bat Rider goes down. Can they get 2? Stun should be up shortly. Oh,
Big crit damage.
max range Earthshaker on the stun. Beautiful fissure.
Radiant structure.
Just more of the same out of that hero from the last game.
TB switches to the other side of the map to start farming.
Dire are scanning.
And he still needs a little bit of time. He's ahead in the net worth graph, which is where he wants to be, which is where he wants to stay. But I imagine once Wraith King gets that Radiance, it won't be very long until they overtake us. There's an engagement mid. Roll in from the Earth Spirit. Ulti popped on Abaddon.
Just pop the ulti and back up. Yep.
And you really can't do anything about that. Firefly.
So far, I haven't seen
that's
that
looking
Abaddon
for
be that
something.
impactful.
It's mainly for the Purge on the Bat Rider. They didn't get Oracle, so they went for Abaddon. And the Legion Commander was
Okay.
banned out. So all the popular Purges were taken out of the game.
Coddle gets caught here.
Government
Leshrac
cheese
easily
going
brings him
in.
down.
Diabolic Edict just chewing through these towers. Love this character. Love this hero, Leshrac. Oh, can they find 9? He's way too slinky. Looks like the action's gonna settle for just a little bit here as some more items come out from Mickey.
Earthshaker struggling here, not able to get his Blink Dagger up.
Still about 1,000
I think that might be
gold
one of
off.
the big items they're waiting for to really push the tempo of this game. But
And if
here
they
he is
find it
getting
now,
ganked.
this is disastrous.
Ooh, is it disastrous though?
TPs are coming in. Counter initiation.
Great response.
Able to get in front of the roll.
Can they
as
clean it
well.
up?
Earthshaker saving his own game and possibly the game by not dying there.
Radiant are scanning.
About 700 off on that Blink Dagger. Just buying a little more time, but they're giving plenty of time to this Terrorblade. But here's the gank up on Boxy. Easy kill.
And he actually uses Lasso as a dying wish, which he comes up in 30, but that's still down for another 2 minutes about.
Like Quakeba going back for the Kaya.
Into the Bloodstone, yeah.
Not sure how I feel about the Bloodstone at that stage of the game. Seems a little late for that item.
Well, I mean, you want
Obviously
Kaya,
Quite good on.
so
quite
if you're
good on-
gonna get Kaya, you might as well upgrade it to the Bloodstone.
See the Nether Shawl out on the
That's-
Leshrac.
That is so big. Earth Spirit getting in there, starting to dance. Leshrac's just casting spells. Can they find him? Big silence coming out from the Earth Spirit on him. He really doesn't like that. And meanwhile, Terrorblade is just farming. They are so okay with trading time for time here on Liquid.
Yes, but this Earthshaker is gonna have his blink now. 70 gold. There it is. Sells off an item. Purchases it up.
Now watch for the smoke, because this smoke is going to be instantaneous. As soon as they group, they're going to get together. And we were right, Solar Crest coming out onto the Abadaddy.
No smokes. Up, yeah,
There it is. Really want to make the most out of this Blink
They're
Dagger.
gonna try to dive on this flush rack here. Good body block. Tie up the kill.
And that's a big one. They've got to shut this Leshrac down, and then they need to find this Terrorblade and then get a tower.
Yeah, Terrorblade hasn't felt any pressure since about 45 seconds into the game, so...
Really surprised they didn't kill there and immediately move down into the lane and do a smoke and then come back up and just dive that triangle and try to get the TP. Really thought that was going to be our play. Likely it's Earthshaker asking to smoke here, likely to pop one.
Just leaving the bad out as bait, seeing if anybody will take it. Void jumps in. Catch on the Oracle. Not deciding to go yet.
Definitely the target you want to go in on.
Liquid's still fairly spaced out.
This Skeleton King, or Wraith King, is going to go down at once.
Echo Slam, there it is. Catches
Big
2.
two-person dunk. Can they close,
But then they
though?
just turn around.
I think they need to. I think this fight is not going their way. There are going to be some more kills for this TB.
This means towers or Roshan. I guess it's just the 2 supports. They're looking like
Well,
Roshan.
they've got meta up.
Radiant are scanning.
Looks like they're just going to go back and farm. Ooh. See if they
Finding
can't
the
catch
void.
up this void. Is Leshrac fast enough to keep up with the blinks?
Oh, Taiga almost catching him with the roll. Really putting on a performance here with Earth Spirit, to be honest.
Wraith King going back for the blink. Just really wanted to be able to engage with his team.
Get onto that
We're seeing
Oracle.
We're seeing this blink build pretty often. Yeah, again, I think it's pretty decent here to get to the Oracle, but I just wonder if BKB is just not better. So much magic pains. I mean, maybe you get lassoed, but having BKB into Leshrac and Oracle just seems good to me.
I mean, eventually he's going to have to get it at some point. Because the damage is a lot.
Terrorblade has his 10-second BKB available, has not shown it yet. They likely know he's got it by now.
Smoke up with...
Here's the smoke.
Smoke with Slam on cooldown, which is probably going to catch Liquid off guard. And they really... Oh, they got him. Leshrac going down here is big, but they don't go on Oracle, so he can save. And Leshrac just turns.
Yeah, Leshrac gonna be able to dish out all the damage.
And they
Void
lock
Spirit
down
going
Void Spirit long enough.
Likely to catch this Abaddon as well.
He's got ult.
Now, yeah, but now that Terrorblade's here, he's not going anywhere without a TP. All kinds of stuns.
And a sign of life
Girl.
for Liquid. Good sign for things to come.
Throwing away 75 gold with that TP.
Terrorblade goes into the Roche pit with meta.
I know Lasso's still down, but I don't think they're going to be able to engage here in time.
They're not pinging it out, but they don't have enough time to get there.
When Taiga's sitting on that high ground,
Gonna get blocked off.
Blocked
Likely
out,
to build
though.
Here, but
but the save still comes
Oracle
in on
save.
Big
there's
slam.
a dunk on 2 again, but he's gonna drop immediately in this Leshrac is gonna do some murdering on this poor
Void Spirit making some noise on the backline. TV says, screw that, I'm on to bigger and better things.
It's another one for O toward Liquid.
And Earth Spirit doesn't
They
act.
found him.
Void Spirit
They
actually
found
doesn't
the
get
Void
out.
Spirit. Somehow Koikwa disjointed up onto the high ground.
I believe the roll caught vision of him for Oracle to go with a Fortune's End.
Wait, how did Lesh get to the high ground?
The Void Spirit pull.
Funny.
And we see the very funny, the very entertaining. Oh, I thought he had the Ag Shard coming up, but Terrorblade just going for the Terror Wave ability to maybe disjoint some stuff in the team fight. Bring a little bit more team fight utility with the Ags. But probably the Shard soon to follow, which makes for some great content. And I really feel as if Tundra just threw them what's their best team fight at the moment right now.
Yeah, Earthshaker's only getting stuns on the Bat and Earth Spirit these last two fights. And the Echo Slam really needs to be on the Terrorblade and Oracle and Leshrac, not on the Bat and Earth Spirit.
We've got the human ward out of Taiga here. Been sitting up on this ward spot for a while now.
Just to put a word down on it. For the lulls.
Just waiting to see somebody come in here.
This tier
That's
2
his
tower
preferred positioning to take the tier 2, I guess.
Yeah, tier 2 tower is going to be as gone as me on a Friday night.
Not gone at all.
Very gone. Very gone.
Here they're taking meta and going to the high ground. He's got the Aegis still.
They're just pushing it. They got the advantage and they're pushing it. It goes down.
Terrorblade's gonna take down towers very quickly. These metas.
If they can't get onto this Oracle,
the Wraith King. Look at
this
that
doesn't
little
really matter.
tickle damage.
They get the Aegis.
Earthshaker
Echo Slam on one.
onto Taiga.
This time at least they're able to kill him, but now we'll see the disengage. This fight likely to get turned
The
around.
Axe just came in for the Terror Wave.
Just being able to TP out under the BKB. Going on the Wraith King, not exactly a good target for Terrorblade.
Leshrac gonna be able to possibly... Oh, he uses the Bloodstone active. Still can't get out. All in all, seemed
bad.
pretty good for Tundra. Did they have to use any buybacks?
Nope.
Don't think so. That went
4 for 1.
pretty well for Team
If you
Liquid.
count the Aegis as a kill.
Team Liquid putting on the pressure seemingly for no reason, really, because they like... At least I would like their late game.
And they did get themselves a tower and did, 2/3 of the health to the ranged racks there. They're, Terrorblade at any point there's a team fight, one can just walk down there and kill that Rax in about 2 to 3 seconds. So decent damage there. A questionable use of Echo Slam again, but worked out. Oh, and now you can see another fight breaking out top. Can they close this Void Spirit? Portal's back up top. Oracle gets kicked out of the fight by the Earth Spirit. Pretty big play. But might be a quad kill here. You have to be careful. This Bloodstone is up. Leshrac is back. Well-timed stun. Void Spirit, see you later. Don't believe they were quite expecting that Leshrac to be back so quickly.
Really saved that fight for Team Liquid. Was the Leshrac there?
This Wraith King is starting to get big and scary. He has his BKB now. He's working toward a Mjolnir.
Mainly for the wave clear. Usually we see an AC come out here, but just help with the
He's
illusions.
got a good AC carrier later in the game on this Abaddon. He definitely doesn't need to be the holder. I imagine that after the Abba gets his halberd, he'll trek his way toward an AC if the game goes late enough. Paladin sword, big item. Especially for a Terrorblade. See if he keeps that or the Titan Silver, though. He does already have the Titan Silver, and that's just like, really the nuts. On these illusion heroes.
And he's really cute. He's queuing up this butterfly, and
Not just queuing it up.
he's pretty
about
much got
to have
him.
it. 300 gold.
Wraith King really doesn't like buying an MKB. He'd rather just buy the rapier.
He has to say Wraith King way more likely to just buy a Divine. And here comes the butterfly in.
They pop meta bottom to just farm. Is this a farming meta at 30 minutes in the game?
Pushing as well. I think he was contemplating staying in that lane, but probably could have. If he would have stayed bottom, I think he could have forced some TP rotations back in. These Braxes are bare. Gets 2 TPs anyway with the illusion.
Opened up a little bit of the map by having that illusion down bottom. The next big thing is going to be Roshan.
And it looks like our Terrorblade's going toward a Satanic now. Foregoing the Scotty entirely.
When are we going to see this Shard come out? That's what we all want to see. We want to see this Shard Swift Blink interaction.
Leshrac almost toward his BKB.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Terrorblade illusions becoming a real nuisance, keeping the map pushed out and forcing heroes back every time they see one near a tower.
Absolutely.
Looks like Abaddon decided to buy a blink here. Instead of working further into that halberd.
Probably to help position with the save for Batrider as they go on Batrider top, and it looks like they're going to get him. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, says Wraith King to Boxy.
This Wraith King taking the gold lead from the Terrorblade this stage of the game. Pretty impressive farm. However, very hard to keep up with the Terrorblade. Has them full Mjolnir now.
So Sean, as you were talking about this illusion, how does a team, for those who are watching or are new, how does a team deal with these constant parade of illusions?
So you have two choices. You think that you're strong enough to leave people spread out around the map, which can leave you vulnerable to the gank. Or you've just got to all in on a lane. If I were them, maybe I'd group up bottom because that's their most vulnerable lane. Try to push it out and force them to respond. But if you don't think you can take a team fight, it's a tough spot. I'm not really sure what Tundra's waiting for, and here we get a big smoke out of Liquid.
Presumably around this Roshan timer, and it's up, and they know because the Terrorblade illusion.
It was likely it looks like Tundra's taking the third option, which is just, you know, group up while mostly ignoring that lane and keeping it at a halfway equilibrium, dealing with it with a TP each time it gets to your towers. The Terrorblade hasn't tried to go all in on it yet, but generally the scariest option of the three, because if that Terrorblade is there one of those times with the illusion and you try to do that, you might just die. And then lose a rack.
I see a lot of hanging out around this Roshan. Smoke up. Mickey gets the Sunder off, and he's just hitting everybody. Can he bring down this Wraith King yet?
Able to bring it down once. They turn around and get another kill here. It looks that way.
Gonna cancel the TP.
To the stun. Gonna full heal
Just
him.
put him at full health and just bring him right back down. No problem. Couple of buybacks here.
Yeah, immediate buybacks to try and stop this Roshan.
They really don't want to give up this Roshan.
Earthshaker ult down though. I feel like they could force the issue here. Still have an Oracle ult. They still have Magnetize. Not really sure what they're worried about on the Liquid side.
They're not really gonna go in there for it.
I think they're just choosing to get more ahead. They like their late game, and they're just choosing to get more ahead here.
Satanic almost finished up here by Mickey, which they had a hard time killing him before. And they move in. Can they? Are they going to be able to sneak this Roshan? The TB illusion's
Taking
gonna
it out
walk
now.
It sure looks like they might be able to sneak it if they choose.
Oh, this could be disastrous. They're so far out of position. They don't want to be here.
Oh, and knocks the Wraith King out. Earth Spirit though.
Earth Spirit goes down.
Buys
the
back.
buyback.
TP's
Buys
out.
back.
Is Meta up yet? Meta has still another 40 seconds, but he does have Terror Wave. And he uses
There's
Terror
the
Wave,
Wave.
providing
Immediate
so
turn
much CC for
destruction.
the team fight. Void Spirit buying
That
back.
Void
This
Spirit
engagement
died
just getting
quick.
longer and longer.
Can it last for another 30 seconds though for the TV?
That meta timing is big.
20 seconds. Really needs to get that back up. A big smoke. They're gonna try to wrap around here. Vision from Koikba though.
They're positioned great for this.
Oh, great Yules to stop the stun. There's a dieback. 1700 crit. Divine is in the books on the Wraith King here.
Can Mickey get a Sunder off? So he just
Satanic
pops it.
doesn't need to.
Can save the Sunder for later.
Kind of standing still, see if they can get 2 murders here.
Can the Divine do it? There's the Sunder.
He's gonna go down to this Wraith King with the Divine.
Wraith King goes down once.
Yeah, but he's gonna be able to stay alive here and stabilize his fight.
Wow. The Divine play.
What timing on the Divine?
That was wild. I guess we know what they were waiting for.
We definitely do.
He gets the Aegis. It's exactly what you want with the Divine.
Usually we don't see the Aegis go on Wraith Kings, but with the Divine, you're gonna take it. You're definitely gonna take it.
Man.
What an engagement. Well played by Tundra.
Sort of lost track of the buybacks. We had like 4 buybacks there. One, two, three, 4. 4 buybacks.
Now what you don't realize with this rapier is how fast you actually push with it.
Yeah, they still got about 25 seconds with no Terrorblade, no Leshrac.
With the Curse of Avernus, I mean, they're going to be doing some damage to towers.
We just found all 4 tier 4 neutral items. They're doing a little shift between them all.
But these spider legs allow basically him to have an extra slot here because he doesn't need boots.
Yeah, we saw in that last big engagement, he was able to blink in really aggressively, and then they, Team Liquid decided to engage on the low ground, and he just walked across the cliff, no problem.
And he's going to pop skeletons and look to fight. Blink stun gets disjointed by the Bat Rider blink. And Wraith King's a little bit out of position, but it doesn't matter. He's the Kang. He goes down once. Probably gonna have to do this another 3 times.
Here's the big Echo Slam.
Echo Slam, totally not spread out, bad positioning.
Instant buyback on Oracle.
They don't have buyback on Terrorblade. This could just be the end of the game. This could just be GG's. How much can they take of this base in 84 seconds?
They're going right for tier 4s.
Forced out the fort. They're back in on the tier 4s.
Back up in 2 seconds on the Wraith King.
Blink stun onto Leshrac. I just don't think it's enough.
Multi goes down again for the Wraith King. Back to the tier 4s. Buyback on Leshrac. Gotta do something here.
I don't think he can do enough. Taiga looking for a kickback into the fountain, not going to find it, and that's going to be GG.
That'll do it. GG.
Tundra with the upset here today.
Man, what a series from Tundra.
What a series from
Liquid.
Tundra. 2-0ing exactly what you said, 2-0ing Liquid. And maybe some people just became believers of Tundra Esports. That's going to wrap up our stream for the series for the day. I'd like to thank Cody, C2A4Z, and Seananigans for joining me here today. Hope you enjoyed the games.